just wanted to make a quick video on the strength of the Universe 6 Saiyans. Obviously, we know there's a lot of controversy in the fandom about, just how strong they are. And a lot of people, what did they do to earn this strength? Goku and Vegeta, train their asses off to get to this point. Obviously, by this point, Goku, obviously goes up against Beerus, goes Super Saiyan God, absorbs that power into his being, and then gets even stronger. And then we know that Vegeta reaches that level through training with Whis. And then obviously you have these guys here. It's like, how did they get this strong? Well, just to make it clear and cut, just to get straight to the point, we obviously know that these guys are just much more advanced than Goku and Vegeta are, from the beginning. First of all, we know that Kaba and them not having a tail is already off rip, just kind of alluding to higher potential and battle power. We know that obviously once Goku and Vegeta reached a certain point, once their tail got cut off and it didn't grow back, that was their body kind of adapting and kind of signifying like, you don't need this tail anymore. Like, you're strong enough on your own. That's basically what that alludes to when you lose your tail. But these guys were born with no tail at all, meaning that their battle power and their potential was already, set to be high. We see Goten and Trunks. They literally were born without tails. Obviously they became Super Saiyan respectively at ages 7 and 8. So clearly it's the same thing for these guys as well. And then these guys obviously growing up in peaceful time due to them not growing up, conquering planets, clearly always at war and shit. These guys, obviously grew up with a gentler nature and they, obviously got more SL. Also, due to the Universe 6 Saiyans growing up during, peaceful times, they have a gentler nature compared to, obviously, like I said, the Universe 7 Saiyans initially. So that leads to more SLs, which just leads to them having more potential for their battle power to increase, Which is also why it was much easier for them to go Super Saiyan. We know that, obviously, Goku and Vegeta, we know what Goku went through. Obviously, it took him seeing Krillin die right in front of him to be able to achieve Super Saiyan. Even though Goku did have a gentler nature, clearly it came a lot easier for Universe 6 Saiyans. Clearly they have more SLs. And then Vegeta, we saw what it took, him going off planet, him just not giving a fuck anymore for him to transform. But, just them getting egged on a bit was able to allow Kaba to go Super Saiyan. And then obviously we know the tingly back feeling. The tingly back feeling is really not crazy. It's just Khalifa skipping a step. Instead of getting all angry and, having to feel the rage and shit, you just, once Goku and Vegeta learned how to naturally go Super Saiyan without having to get angry every fucking time, all they're really doing is focusing all their energy in their backs. That's essentially what they're doing. Khalifa just skipped the first step. And I already established that these Saiyans have crazy potential. And, I feel like the potential is especially crazy in, obviously, Khalifa and then, obviously, Kale.